Not exactly the best use of space, right? I wanted something sturdy and in a custom size, so I built my own shelving unit. My must have tool for this project is a pocket hole jig. Drill your holes on the short ends of each of the shelves. These will be used to attach into the tall, vertical side pieces. Now it's time to start assembling. Measure and mark the center on two of your shelf boards. After you've marked the center, you can assemble these into the shape of a capital letter I. You'll attach the vertical middle piece into the middle of the bottom and middle shelves. Attach the I into your two vertical sides. The corner clamps really came in handy for this part. They'll hold the two pieces together so you can drill them. Repeat this to attach the top board. Make sure you put your pocket holes on the top of the shelf so that they can't be seen from underneath. Now it's time to cut the small shelves. This is really the only cutting you should have to do. So I used a cordless circular saw and the Craig rip cut attachment for this step. To mount the shelves, I used a shelf pin jig. Use the included drill bit to drill holes all the way up the front and the back of your DIY closet shelves. I opted for shelf pins instead of attaching the shelves directly to the unit so that the shelves are adjustable. You may need to lightly sand after you drill your shelf pin holes. You could also stop and paint at this step. Once your unit is built, it's time to put it in place. I made mine the perfect height so that the existing shelf would fit nicely right over top. I also cut the bar down so it would fit right beside the new shelf. Once the unit is in place, it's time to put your shelf pins and your shelves. These slip right into the holes you drilled and make a perfect perch for the shelves. I really love that the shelves are adjustable, so I could easily customize each section to perfectly fit my stuff. The biggest tip I can give you for this project is to have your plywood sheets ripped down in the store. Most hardware stores will do up to 10 cuts for you for free. Come prepared with the list and make it quick and easy for them. This will save you a lot of time and trouble at home, especially if you don't have a table saw.
Anyone else have a tiny cluttered closet? I have some tricks for you. Begin by completely emptying out the closet. If your closet is outdated like mine, add a coat of paint. When it's dry, add the top shelves back in place. Next, I added a shoe rack for easy access to board games. You could also add shoes, scarves, gloves, or other items. The possibilities are endless. After filling the rack, I neatly tucked my vacuum next to it. Next, I added a mixture of cloth and plastic bins with the remainder of the toys from the closet. I then placed them on the top shelves. After that, I screwed in some hooks to add our hats. Not enough closet space in your bedroom? Try this. Begin by measuring your space and cutting. I cut my boards using my chop saw. If you don't have a chop saw, you can have your boards cut at Home Depot or Lowe's. After my boards were cut, I sanded them with a piece of fine grit sandpaper. Next, I marked where I wanted my shelves to go. Then, I applied wood glue to the edges of my top piece and I nailed it in place. Once the ends were glued and nailed, I attached a clamp holding everything together until the glue cured. Repeat these steps for both ends of the storage unit. Next, I assembled my shelves by gluing and nailing them. For the double rails of each shelf, I knocked in two of my small cut boards gently with a hammer and used a piece of scrap wood as spacers. I then used my staple gun to nail them in place. This will finish off the front of the storage unit so that nothing will fall out. After that, pre-drill and drill the top and bottom of the unit into your closet. Now they're ready for shoes. You can use this handy shelf in so many rooms in your home. Your bathroom, office, living room, the possibilities are endless. I hope this inspires you to think outside the box in your cluttered closets. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in my next video.
We live in an old house from the 1940s, so the bedrooms are tiny and the closets are even tinier. Now I'm going to make a closet-made closet system that's going to give us a place to both hang clothes and fold them, and I think it's just going to maximize the space that we have, which is not a lot. So let's get started. So the first step is going to be taking these cam locks and putting them in the corresponding holes in the bottom of each shelf. There is a small arrow that points to which way it needs to face towards the hole so that when a post goes through, it'll line up with this cam lock and connect really securely. So I've got to shift this one just a little bit and it's in the right spot. Next, I've got these cam posts that will correspond to those cam locks we had earlier, but for now, I'm just putting them in each of the four corners of these top shelf pieces. I did this one earlier So you can see it just screws in like a regular screw. Next, we're going to use these cam locks again and put them in these side panels, which are the long pieces. We just need 2 in one of the ends. So now we're going to add some of these cam posts to the side piece. The cam locks are at the top of this piece. I can bend it down and show you. And we're just going to count up 8 of these holes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and add that cam post in place. It'll just screw in the same way that we did with the shelves, and then repeat that on all 4 of the side pieces. This is actually my last one. I've done the other ones, you can see over in the corner, and we're good to go. So now let's add some feet. On the very bottom of these side pieces, there are 3 holes. And in the 2 outside holes, you're going to add one of these little metal nuts. I already put this one in place. And I'll just grab a hammer and tap it down till it's flush. With these feet pieces that just screw right in there. You can just do it by hand. And because this is the whole bottom of the unit, like these are the feet that are going to touch the floor, you're only going to do this on 2 of those 4 side pieces. I've got the shelf we did earlier with the cam locks in it, and we're just going to line up these holes in the top of it with these cam posts. So slide it right over the top. Should fit pretty snug. Grab that screwdriver and you're going to tighten these cam locks so they get nice and snug into place. All right, so both units are stood up. We've got these top pieces we did earlier with these cam posts that we're going to line up with the holes in the top of the unit. Tight quarters in here, but I do have the base piece on and the top piece. I slid it over the top of the wood dowels and it's pretty secure. It's got those L brackets on the bottom, but I need to add another 2 to the top, which will be the last step in really securing it to the wall. After that, we've just got the closet rods to go, and then I can fill it with our clothes. I'm so excited. I love this beadboard next to the white. I think it's gonna look so good. So as I've been adding these L brackets, I've also been checking with my level to make sure that it's straight. I don't have to push the whole system left or right to straighten it up. So this looks pretty good, which is handy because that means I can keep it as it is. So here's hopefully what is a little bit better of an angle. I had just put the L bracket up like this and measured where I need to drill my hole. I need to switch from the smaller drill bit to the big one for those wall anchors I talked about earlier. And then just drill my hole like that. Grab this anchor, tap it into place. Grab the bracket and one of the long screws that comes with this Closet Made system. I like to put it through there before. Makes it a little bit easier. So this is the top. I've added the L brackets on each side. It's pretty self-explanatory, just one into the wall, one into the closet system. And now it's really tight and secure. It's not going anywhere. So closet rods. I've already installed the top one. I'm about to install this second one. The whole system comes with 3 of them. So usually if you had a bigger closet than ours, it would be 2 on one side and 1 on the other side. Because we don't, it's a very small space. We're only doing the 2 rods on the one side, which I think is still going to be a huge difference. So these are extendable. Again, because our room is so small, we had to trim this down, even like not extended at all. It was too long. So I just used a metal blade now multi-tool and cut right through it. It's actually really easy. The brackets have 2 screws in each end. One side goes into the wall, one side goes into the shelf system. The biggest thing is grabbing a level to make sure that it's level up and down and side to side, and measuring and making sure that all of that is right. So once that's done, I think this closet is done. It's done. We love it so much. A couple of quick tips I'm gonna leave you with though, for if you've got a small space like ours. So the clothes you see hung up right now are in-season clothes. We're coming into summer here in Florida, so it's a lot of warm stuff, dresses, shorts, stuff like that. The winter stuff we'll put away either in vacuum seal bags or those like storage boxes that go underneath your bed. And it just helps make it not look as cluttered in there and be more functional because it's the stuff we're gonna use every day. Speaking of cluttered, stuff like swimsuits, ties, messy looking things, we tend to put in baskets like the one that's up here, which just makes it look A, more uniform if you've got a couple of them, and B, keeps that stuff out of sight. So we love it. It's made such a big difference in just a weekend's worth of work.